Yeah.
Wait. Let people come.
Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you all present here today. My name is Haziq and today I'm with Mr. Surain as he will be discussing communication and customer service skills. If you have any questions regarding today's topic, do leave them in the comment section down below and Mr. Surain will answer them right after he finishes presenting. Without further ado, I will pass the mic to Mr. Surain.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Haziq. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Yep. Thank you for tuning in. And before I begin, how about if I introduce myself a bit? Yep. Right. So my name is Surain Victor. I've been in learning and development for the past 15 years. And some of my favorite topics would be communication skills, among others. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, like what Haziq said just now, if you have any questions, do feel free to post it up and I would be more than happy to respond to you. Yep. Okay, now, so let's get started. Yep. Let's see what we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at this Chinese proverb. A man without a smiling face must never open a shop. What do you think about it? Yeah. If you have any comments, if you have any ideas about it, or if you can relate to it and how is it that you can relate to it, please do share with us. We'll be more than happy to hear from you. Right. So, a man without a smiling face must never open shop. Open shop simply means running a business. Yeah. Whether you are providing a service or a product. And what is it with this smiling face? Do you need to be smiling all the time when you are running a business? Some might argue, no, maybe no. But in the context or in the specific example of dealing with customers, yes, a smiling face is very, very important, very meaningful, very impactful. So now, a few things that comes to mind, yeah, when talking about having a smiling face. Do you need to fake it? If you don't feel happy, if you don't feel that, I don't want to smile all the time, it's tiring. Do you need to fake it? Okay, that's a question perhaps you might want to think about. Another thing is, do you need to be a people person to provide excellent customer service? What if you're an introvert? What if you prefer to work with things, with processes? Can you provide good or great customer service? And another thing for us to consider is, do you need to be a people pleaser to be an excellent customer service person, to provide excellent customer service? So these are the questions that can, I would say, get us thinking about the philosophy of the concepts behind providing excellent customer service. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do let us know what you think. Share with us whatever thoughts or comments that you may have. And for today's preview, I'm going to be showing 6 slides. Yep, I'm going to be showing 6 slides, 6 points actually. Maybe about 8 to 9 slides, but just 6 points, just for today's preview, yeah? Okay, so we're done with this opening proverb. And if you want to add on to it, please do so. Let's see now. Slide number 1. Right. Have anyone here has heard of Zappos? Yeah. Anyone here have heard of Zappos? So, what is this company, Zappos? They are like the Amazon for books, but they ship, they distribute, they provide the service of delivering shoes instead of books. So if you think books, you think Amazon. Shoes, Zappos. But of course, now Amazon does everything. Zappos, their main business is shoes. The main product is shoes. They don't manufacture shoes, they distribute shoes. Right, a little history behind Zappos. This company was run by the person, the big kahuna behind Zappos, besides the founder, was Tony Hsieh. Tony Hsieh is this guy who founded Link Exchange. This company, he sold it to Microsoft for $265 million. And then he started this company, Zappos. Now, he sold his company, previous company, Link Exchange, for $265 million. So the question now is, why not just retire? Come on, you have all the money that you can possibly spend in until what age of it for 7 generations. Let's just put it. But why is it he went to work with Zappos? It's because for Tony Hsieh, he wanted a place whereby he can feel that, I want to go to work. I want to go to work. Now, Link Exchange was making money, lots of money, but he felt that he didn't feel like going to work. That is why he sold it off. Can you imagine the company that he founded was making tons of money, and yet he sold it off because he felt that I didn't want to go to work anymore. It's not inspiring. I don't feel good. It's not making me happy. So he went on to work with Zappos. And one of his, this is interesting. One of his, let me see now. Core values. They came up with core values. Yeah. No, I just gave me a minute. They came up with the company's core values to guide them. Yeah, because values determine culture, culture determines destiny for an organization. So they came up with the company's core values. It's not just an overnight thing. Yeah, they went through, I think, weeks, if not months of discussion to come up with the company's core values. And their value number one, their core value number one for that organization, for Zappos, is deliver wow through service. For Tony Hsieh, his idea of working for Zappos is not about shoes, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about shoes. He wants to provide the best customer service, the best customer experience to his clients, to his customers. It's not about shoes. It's not about high quality shoes or shoes that are very modern and very up to date and very branded. No, it's not about that. Shoes is just a vehicle to use to provide great customer experience. That's what that's what drove him to work with Zappos. It's the feeling of the customer experience. Yeah. Okay. And another thing, if you notice there on the slide, it says $2,000. What does it mean? This company offers every new recruit, every new hire, $2,000 to quit working after 1 week. Let me rephrase that. So whenever they hire a new staff, after 1 week, they will offer that new hire $2,000 to quit. And why is that practice? It's because he wants to hire people that doesn't put the paycheck as number one. I mean, paycheck is important, yeah, pay the bills, but he wants to hire people who are in there for the long term, who are in there because of the culture, because they want to create great experience with colleagues and also with customers. Yeah, I don't know about other companies whether they have something like this implemented, but it's pretty interesting, don't you think so? Imagine if you walk into a company, you get hired, yeah? You start your day, let's say Monday, and then on Friday, the human resource calls you up and they say that, now, here's 2,000 ringgit or 2,000 US dollars. We want you to quit. Would you like, oh, okay, thank you? Or would you go, no, I still want to work here because of the values, because of the culture, because of the mission, or because of vision, or simply because of the CEO or the leader. Yeah, interesting. All right. So that's the story of Zappos. Do I have anything to share with you about Zappos? All right. Now, next up, let's have a look at this statistic, this fact. HubSpot is a company, American company, whereby they develop and they market software products for inbound marketing, sales, and customer service. Yeah, founded by Brian Halligan and Dharmesh in 2006. So again, yeah, it's an American developer and marketer of software products for inbound marketing, sales, and customer service. And so they came up with this finding whereby 68% of consumers, they are willing to pay more, yeah, from a brand that offered them good customer service, good customer experience. Yeah. So in my program, I will tell you what's the difference between customer service and customer experience. Is it the same? Are they different? Or is it overlapping? Yeah. What do you think? Let me know about it. Right. So this is I would say quite an interesting statistic for us to pay attention to. They're willing to pay more. Can you imagine? They're willing to pay more simply because their last visit or their visits or their experience with you throughout the last few times or the last few months, last few years were good. Yep, so they're willing to pay more. I don't know about you, but for me, yes, I would do the same thing as well. People choose based on the place or the ambience or the environment, the people, and also the price. 3P. Yeah, people, place, price. So why do you go to a particular restaurant? Why do you go to a particular shop? Why do you visit a particular country more than once? Is it because of the people there? Is it how they make you feel? Or is it because of the environment, the surroundings, the ambience? Or is it because of the price? Yeah, so these three things can be taken into consideration why people choose a particular product, a particular service. All right, so back to me. I'm willing to pay more if I like the ambience and if I like how they treat me, the people. Yep. Okay, price, it depends. If the price goes up quite drastically, yeah, the difference is quite drastic. Hey, of course, no. But if it's a slight increase due to inflation or due to, for example, this MCO, so companies, they want to make a bit more money, then yeah, I would understand. Yeah, I would definitely pay more. Right. And let's have a look at this statistic by Bain and Company, also an American company. What do they do? They are into consulting. Yeah, they consult. Also about business. They're a management consulting firm. And they came up with this statistic that says that if you retain customers, the rates are 5% retention rate. Your profits will increase by 25% to 95%. Oh, that's a big number. Yeah. You retain them, and what these customers do is that they buy other things. They buy other products. get other services from you besides the main thing. Yeah. Wonderful. So I will leave you with these two facts or these two statistics for you to think about. But of course, in my program, I will share with you more so that it can give us more reason, more why we want to enhance our communication and customer service skills. All right. Next up. So you can see that there are 9 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. These are the learning objectives that I will cover in my program, Communication Customer Service Skills. Yeah. But for today, for this preview, I'm going to be sharing with you, talking about a bit more about this one, learning objective number 3, assessing your competencies in the 5 areas of communication process, right? So why communication and customer service? Because I believe that you cannot separate communication skills with customer service. Communication is not just speaking, but it's also reading, writing, listening. Yeah, you want to enhance your communication skills simply because it's needed when you deal with your customers and clients. Yep. You may disagree with me, and if you do, please do let me know. We can have a healthy discussion, a healthy argument about it, right? Fantastic. Now, so I would like to highlight this point. And what is it that I'm going to be discussing about in my program? You are going to go through a self-assessment regarding how well your communication process is. You'll get a score. Yeah? And then your results will be broken down into the 5 areas of the communication process. Planning a message, how well you craft a message, how do you choose to communicate it, yeah, and then how you receive information from other people when they communicate back to you, and feedback. So every area here will have a score. Then you know which are your areas of strength and which are your areas of weaknesses. And then we start troubleshooting. We start looking into it more specifically. Yeah. So these are the 5 areas that the self-assessment will highlight. Yeah. Okay. Besides that, yes, there are other self-assessments that we are going to cover. And then, of course, discussions. We're gonna do case studies as well. And there'll be lots and lots of group discussions, because I would like to see things from your perspective, from your point of view, based on your business, based on your organization, and based on your what is it that you're providing? Is it a product or is it a service? All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen. What are the things that you can do to wow your customers? What are some of the things you can do to wow your customers? Yeah, let's see now. So I'm going to be sharing a video clip. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy this short video clip.
Good afternoon, it's been 146, he's ready to taxi.
Just a minute. I'll just check here. He's just boarded.
Okay, go, go, go!
Oh!
Verbranntes Telefon. Can you look outside? There's a message for you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm not promoting the company, the airline here. Yeah, this is just an exaggerated example of how you can wow your customers. Can you imagine if you're on the flight and you get that kind of I know what do you call it, that kind of experience? Yeah, if they know, for example, it's a birthday, or they know what is your favorite drink. So one of the things you can do here to wow your customers is going the extra mile. Going the extra mile. The argument here is, for example, if I'm working for an organization or for a company, why should I go the extra mile? Why should I put in extra effort when I know that it's not going to increase my salary? It's not going to benefit me monetarily. Yeah, just go to work, do A, B, C, D, E, F. All right, go home. Why do I need to find out about the customer's likes and dislikes, or where the customer lives, or make it a bit more wow or more convenient for the customer? Why should I do that? Yeah. So these questions, whereby it starts with why, it's very important, so that you know whether you're driven intrinsically, or you are in a position of customer service simply because of the paycheck. If it's simply because of the paycheck, it won't last long. Yeah. But if you feel that, hey, you know what, I want to wow them a bit. I want to give them a gift. I want to go the extra mile. You know, the experience, oh, it's so nice. Imagine if I were to experience the same thing. I think I would like it. So I would want to do the same thing for my customers or for my clients. Yeah. So that could be one of the reasons why you want to go the extra mile. Another reason why you want to go to the extra mile is you want to give a bit more is, hey, it makes you think creatively. Okay, right now, what else can I do so that this customer of ours is impressed, or okay, great, wow, and they would want to stick with you. It gets you to think creatively, to do things differently, and to innovate. That could be one of the reasons as well. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, please do share with us what are some of the reasons why you would want to go the extra mile in delighting your customers and your clients. Whether you're running a restaurant, whether you're running a shop that provides hardware or maybe software, maybe you provide a service. Yeah. Oh, let me know. Let me know, what is it? What is the nature of your business, and what are things you can do to wow your customers? Yeah. Okay. Now, not to give up everything, but let me tell you that to delight customers, to make them wow, doesn't really incur much cost. Doesn't really incur much ringgit, dollars and cents. It just requires you to, hey, I want to connect with this person. I want to go out there and try to build a relationship. Yeah. Because one of the reasons why people buy from you is not the product, not the service per se, but simply because they like you and they trust you. Once you've developed trust in other people, it's easier for you to sell to them, and it's easier for them to buy from you. Yep. Speaking from personal experience here, yeah, when I've developed trust among people in my community, I belong to the rock climbing community. I do a bit of rock climbing. And then they will say that, hey, Surain, you know what? Why not you start a daycare? We want to send our kids to you. We trust that you can take care of our kids. That's one of the things. And then one of my friends came up to me and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you provide services whereby you drive the elderly around, or you take them out to designated places, because we trust you, with our parents, and what other things. Hey, why not you become the president or the chairman or the leader of this club or this project or this initiative? We trust that you. So sometimes it's because of trust. It's powerful. And okay, from my experience again, I buy products from people, for example, insurance policies, from people that I trust, that I know I can depend on, I can rely on. What about you? If you have any insurance policies or some investment policies, think about it. Why did you buy it from this person? Why did you buy it from this particular XYZ person? Is it because you trust the person? Is it because you like the person? Or the person doesn't matter? It's simply because you like the product, you believe in the product or the service. So do let us know. It's something for us to discuss about and find ways to improve it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is next? Okay, I've showed you the video clip. Right. Another thing that I'll be covering in the program is how do you deal with difficult customers? We'll do a bit of role play. So if it's face-to-face, wonderful. We'll do lots of role play. How you can be a nasty customer, how you can be a nuisance, how you can be an angry customer, how you can be... Okay, so let's have a look at this example. The customer wants you to bend the rules. For example, hey, it's okay lah. I know your boss very well. Just claim extra 2,000 ringgit in the invoice and we can share it. What would your response be? So this is, for example, this customer has got a big account. This customer has a good relationship with your boss, and you are being put in charge to handle this customer, and your boss is not around and he says this to you. So what would you say in return? What is your response? Would you want to bend the rules? Would you want to be more rules and regulation friendly, or do you want to be customer friendly? Where is your leaning more towards? Right? If you do A, then you might displease the customer. If you do B, then you might get into trouble with the authorities or with your principles, with the laws that you live by, your values. So how do you address this, and how do you create a win-win situation? All right, so these are some of the examples of difficult customers that we face and how to tackle it, how to overcome, how to manage it. Let's have a look at another example. The customer is angry, or the customer is rude, using profanity. What the toot? I waited 3 weeks for this thing, and because of that, my work is delayed. Toot, this is toot. All right. Has anyone come across this before? Personally, I have, and also my friends. Yes, they have. Some of my friends are working in customer service. They handle the tickets, the emails, and the calls. And one of the things they do is that they share the recordings, the conversation, the telephone conversation. And when I listen to it, oh my God. If you lack patience, if you can't control your emotions, you don't have inner mastery of yourself, then difficult customers, rude customers is definitely not for you. You need to be able to depersonalize yourself, and not take things personally when you come across these kind of situations. Because for some cultures, for some people, using profanity, raising his or her voice is normal. It's a norm. It's something that is not frowned upon or considered rude for their culture or from where that person came from. It can also be because of the education gap, the communication gap, the culture gap. So there's a lot of gaps that leads to miscommunication. Yeah. So you can see that customer service also is very much overlapping or interlinked with communication skills. Yeah. And this is something that I will cover in my program as well. And I'll give you extra. I'll tell you what are the ways that you can gain inner mastery of yourself. What are the things that you can do to depersonalize this kind of clients, this kind of customers from yourself so that you don't get affected. Right? So what would your response be if you came across this kind of situation? Okay, right. What are things that I would like to share with you now? All right, so this is the topic of my program, Clarity for Continuity. It's to upskill what you already have. You do have skills to communicate and to provide a good customer experience. Yeah. How is it that we can refine it? How is it that we can upskill it? So that you have business continuity. So not only that, so that you get more joy and satisfaction in your work. Yeah. Learning never exhausts the mind. That is by Leonardo da Vinci. Learning never exhausts the mind. I've been doing this for the past 15 years, training, education, and whenever I prepare myself for programs like communication skills, customer service skills, presentation skills, leadership skills, though I've been doing it for years and years and years, I still find something new that I can learn, or something that I forgot and it reminds me, or something that twists it a bit or adds more to it and gives me that I see another point here, I see another value here, right? There's always room for improvement, and learning never exhausts the mind. Yeah. So if you're running a business, or if you are in a position of customer service, front desk, for example, you're doing sales, or perhaps you are an insurance agent or you're a trust agent. If you are in the tourism industry, if you're in the hospitality industry, then I would argue that customer service is super important. Yeah. Clients, not just external clients, but internal clients as well. Internal clients. That means people in the same company, but perhaps a different department or different branch. Those are your customers. Imagine if you can treat them like customers, and you are being treated like customers from your colleagues from other departments. How would that make you feel? What kind of culture will it create? That everyone is cherished, even though you are not buying the product or service from your same company. You're a staff, but imagine if people treat you like customers. Because I don't know, some of you might disagree. Customers are always right. Is it true? So how would you feel if people take you that you're always right, and we want to satisfy you, we want to meet your needs? How would that make you feel when you go to work, when you run your business? Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so what are some of the things that I'm going to share besides what I've shown would be, I'm going to be talking about communication as well. So I would say the syllabus is 40% on communication skills and 60% on customer service skills. Yeah, and we try to interlink. We try to make a correlation between the two as the module progresses. So, for example, communication. Body language is super powerful. Body language. Now, remember the first quote that I shared with you? A man without a smiling face must not open shop. So, what is this smiling face? What is the effect of smiling face? Of a smile? Now, when you smile, you send a message to your mind saying that you're in a good mood. So it's not just mind over body, it's sometimes body over mind. You use your body to influence how you think and how you feel about yourself, about your work, and that will carry out throughout the day. Yeah. Everyone has problems, issues, difficulties. Yeah, back at home or with your personal life. But that should not spill into your workplace, especially when you deal with your customers and clients. Yep, correct me if I'm wrong, or please do argue with me. So how do you go to work and exude that positivity, exude that confidence? Yeah, it starts with as simple as doing a victory pose. Yeah, there's some affirmations that you can do with the mirror, and also you can just smile. They say fake it till you make it. Some people don't like that quote. Yeah, don't like the word fake, but I would say it's body over mind. The body influences the mind, so it's for you. Before you go to work, before you meet your clients and customers, you want to prepare yourself. And the easiest way, one of the things you can do is to put on a smile for you. And then smile. What else? It also influences how you sound. It influences your verbal elements. Yeah. When you speak over the phone, whether you're seated or standing or smiling or frowning, will have an effect on the intonation, the clarity, the verbal elements of a speech, of when you speak. So yes, customer service, those who handle a lot of phone calls, yeah, you are encouraged to smile. And when it gets urgent, when you want to sound more urgent and more assertive, you stand up. It makes a difference. Yeah. So I'll share with you also videos about the work culture. How is it like in Singapore? How do they go to work, and how is the environment like at the workplace? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. For them, they want to have fun. They want to be happy. They want to create joy. These are the things that doesn't require much monetary investment to create. Yeah. Okay, great. So that is a bit about body language, how it influences your communication, how it helps or enhances your communication. Right. I'll also be talking about some of the communication barriers that we face with other people. Is it because you're not saying the right things? Or is it because they don't understand you? Or is it because of the language gap? Or is it because the timing? Yeah. Is it in the morning, afternoon, evening? Could that have an effect as well? Yeah. Or maybe you are serving customers who are in different countries, and therefore you have different time zones. So is that taken into consideration as well? Right. And how is it that I'll give you some tips, 10 tips on how you can improve your workplace communication to maintain professionalism. Yeah. I will also be sharing with you some interpersonal techniques. How is it that you can improve your people skills by asking questions, the art of asking questions, open questions, close-ended questions, probing questions. Yeah, that can help you as well. How do you bring people to your side? Do you use emotions? Do you use facts? Yeah. How do you sound more persuasive, more influencing? Yeah. Okay. What else? I will share as well about what are customers and who really are customers. What is customer service actually? And who are the people that provide customer service? Then we'll talk a bit about inner mastery, about establishing your attitude, yeah, your thoughts to prepare yourself to face your customers and to run your business. Okay. Let me see. Do you know what your customers need? Do you know what your audience want? This is something like presentation skills. When you want to present, when you want to speak in public, is it all about what you want to tell them, or is it also about what they want to hear from you? All right. So, do you take into consideration what other people want to listen, or is it all about what you want to say? That's important as well. So if I take into consideration, for example, my customers or my audience would be young people, then perhaps how I speak, my slang, my jargon would be different. What if it's professionals, or what if it's people in a medical profession? Then perhaps I might use some terms that they understand, that they use and they can relate to it. Yeah. Okay. Then you might want to tweak your language. So if you have customers from the Arab region, you might want to speak a bit of Arabic. You might want to say Assalamualaikum, or you might want to say Shukran, or you might, yeah. Those are some of the Arabic words that you can use to speak the language. Yeah. This speaking of the language is an advice that I got by reading the biography of Nelson Mandela. He highlighted the importance of speaking other people's language because he believes that that is the way to get to their hearts. So if you have customers from China, for example, or Chinese customers, you might want to speak Mandarin or Cantonese or Hokkien. Tamil or Hindi, perhaps. You might want to speak Indonesian, or what else? English is pretty standard. Now, for English, you don't need to tick-tock between American accent and also British accent. You can stick to your what you've been taught and what you're familiar with. But these greetings, especially greetings, yeah, like Ohayo gozaimasu and bonjour and ciao. These are the words in different languages that you can easily write down and pick up and use it when you deal with your customers and clients. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Right. Now, is there anything else that I would like to share with you for today? Going the extra mile. I like this, going this extra mile. That makes you different from other providers, from other businesses. Yeah. And that's how you create return business. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any examples of how we can go the extra mile, please do share it with us. Yeah. In my position as a trainer, as a teacher, as a tutor, as a therapist, I share knowledge. Yeah, I conduct training programs, learning and development programs. One of the things that I do to go the extra mile is to give them something next, to give my participants something next. The tidbits or candy, chocolate, notebook, pen. That incurs a bit more cost on my side, but it is something that it is extra. I feel that it's extra. It's something that they didn't expect, and it's like a gift from me to them. Another thing I do is that I like to write quotes. Yeah, using my handwriting, write quotes. So if I have 25 participants, I'll write 25 different quotes and sayings, and then I'll give it to them. And these quotes and sayings is something that is related to the topic. So recently, I conducted a program on leadership, and then I got about 20. There were 20 of them, yeah. So I wrote down 20 quotes on little tiny pieces of paper, art paper. And then towards the end of the program, I gave it to each and every person randomly. And then when they read it, they said, oh, it's a personal touch. So that is one of the examples of how you can go the extra mile. Yeah. So what about the food and beverage industry? How can you go the extra mile? You wouldn't want to give more food or more drinks now, would you? That would incur quite a bit of cost. So how can you go the extra mile without incurring much cost? What are things that are highly affordable that you can give freely? Yeah. Okay. What about the hotel industry? What is it that you can do extra to make your customers go, oh, that's nice. That's a nice touch. Hey, let me tell you, yeah, using using the client or the customer's name is powerful. When you mention Mr. So and so, Mr. Surain or Mr. Haziq or Mr. Sulaiman or Mr. Mustafa or Mr. Tan or Miss Tan, when you use the person's name, oh, because your name is the most beautiful thing that you can hear. So when they hear you calling out their names, oh, they feel that, oh, there's a bit of a personal touch to it. Yeah. I make it a habit to use the food server's name, the waiter or the cashier or the waitress, when they're serving me or when over the counter. I will try to use their names when I say thank you. Yeah. So these are some of the things that you can do to enhance your customer service and your communication skills. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's towards the end of our session together. Let's see if you have any questions. Please feel free to ask. Feel free to put it out in the chat section, and I'll be more than happy to address it. Right, we have a question here. What are the principles of a good customer service? What are the principles of good customer service? Wow, talking about principles, wonderful. Principles, being principle-centered, principle-oriented is what Stephen Covey recommends. Stephen Covey is the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He talks about having principles as a core of whatever that you do in life. So what are the principles of good customer service? Oh, a lot. Thank you for this question. Yeah, thank you for this question. A lot. One of the principles is, well, you can use the concept, the law of karma. What you give, you get back in return, but double. Yeah. Or you can use the law of physics. Every action has an equal reaction in the opposite direction. Yeah. Or what you give, you will get back, not from the customer, but from other people, perhaps. What you give, you will get back. Some people say from God, from the universe. Yeah. So then this can be a principle as well. You can use the law of karma, or you can use the law of physics here. Yeah. What other principles that you can use? You can use the principle of the best thing you can do is to serve others. Servant leadership. That is a principle as well. Yeah. You can think that, hey, work, besides getting paid because you want to pay the bills, work is about serving other people. Work is about solving other people's needs. Work is about meeting other people's, satisfying people's needs and wants and requests. That could be a principle as well. What are the principles? Wow, it can be that, what the principles? Yeah, of good customer service. You can use the principle of word of mouth. Word of mouth. How powerful that is. When I like a particular service or particular product, I will be talking about it because I'm the kind of person who likes to promote, who likes to talk, yeah, and highlight the nice things or nice attributes about a particular person, particular place, particular product or service. So word of mouth. One person tells the other person, and the other person tells the other person. So when you provide great customer experience to one person, yeah. For example, the video clip just now, the passenger. Now, what do you think will happen when he gets to his destination and he's with his family or friends? I think they will talk. He will be talking about, hey, you know what happened on my flight just now? No, you know what they did? You know what? Hey, you know what happened? I'm sure we have the 𝐏𝐫𝗘𝗘𝗪. Everyone has the 𝐏𝐫𝗘𝗘𝗪. It's a 𝗙𝗪𝗘𝗘 conversation. So word of mouth. People will be talking about their good experience as well as their bad experience with a particular organization, particular business, particular service provider. Oh, so that one goes a long way. Oh, yeah, with technology, of course, you can use social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those are channels of promoting and marketing your products and your services. But the old school is still here to stay, which is word of mouth. Yeah, it's human nature. Wonderful. Thank you for that question. Any other questions? How we deal with customers who are not wow, okay, Azman. Yeah, thank you for your question, Azman Ahmad. How do we deal with customers who are not tolerable? Oh, wow. Okay, so why are they not tolerable? Is it because they're rude? Is it because they talk loud? Or is it because they think they're right? Yeah, they think that, hey, since I'm paying, I'm right. I am right. And you need to listen to me and you need to satisfy me. Okay, right now. Azman, there's this thing called the Kelman instrument for conflict resolution. Yeah. When you have a very, very difficult customers, you want to sound polite, you want to be accommodating. Yeah. However, at times, now this is where your flexibility comes in. Yeah, you want to be a bit assertive and defensive. Some customers, even other customers can see that, hey, this customer is too much. Yeah, so terang-terang, it's clear that this customer is just a nuisance. That is when you need to be a bit assertive, but not aggressive. Yeah, assertive. You need to put your foot down and say no, but that's the way to do it. Yeah, that's something that I'll teach you. You want to compete with the customer. So in the Kelman instrument, there are 5 ways to deal with conflict. One of the things that you can do is to compete with the person, which is to argue. And also, you might want to just avoid the customer. So if the customer is sending you emails after emails after emails and keep calling you, perhaps depending on your situation, how much authority you have, or when you speak to your supervisor or to your boss, you may decide, or your company may decide to, hey, let's forget about this customer. Let's avoid this customer. Yes, it's one of the methods as well. If the customer is not bringing in business, it's I would say a small account, then it's something that you can forget about it. Yeah. But if it's a big account, big customer, a big client, then you might want to really find out what is it that he's unhappy about. So again, to answer your question, Azman, customers who you cannot tolerate, you either delegate it or you give it to someone else who can handle it for you. You can be a bit more assertive. Yeah, there are some words I can teach you to sound assertive. Or you may want to avoid the customer altogether. Yeah. So please, Azman, do share with us what are some of the examples of customers that you cannot tolerate. Is it because they talk too loud, or is it, oh, I have a friend, customer is from Korea. So that language gap. The conversation that was supposed to be 2 minutes ended up 20 minutes. Back and forth, simply because of the language barrier. Right? So once again, Azman, you might want to delegate, give it to someone else. You might want to be a bit more assertive, or you might want to avoid that customer or client altogether, right? Thank you. Oh, of course, Azman, you need to build up your inner mastery as well. You need to ask yourself, why is it that I cannot tolerate this customer? Right? Why is it I cannot tolerate this customer? Is there anything that I can do to tolerate this customer? Yeah, can I build up my patience? Yeah, so these are things that we can discuss further in my program. Thank you very much for your question. Any other questions? Zarith Sophia, that's a nice name. Good afternoon. Yep, good afternoon to you. Can you share some tips on how to manage our emotions when dealing with pushy clients? Ah, wonderful. All right, Zarith Sophia. Emotional intelligence. Yeah, emotional intelligence. Clients who are pushy. What? They want more? They want your phone number? They want to be, what's the word for it? They want to be mischievous with you? Yeah. Especially now. This happens, yeah. Especially when it's the opposite sex. When your customer is a guy, a male, and you're a female, they might want to be a bit naughty with you. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you mean by pushy clients? Is it because they want more? Is it because they want to break the rules? Is it because they keep pestering you? They want it done by today. They want it done by the hour, within the hour. All right. So what do you mean by pushy clients? Okay. Now that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of your question is, Sarif, how do you manage your emotions? Yeah. How do you manage your emotions? First of all, identify how you are feeling. Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling stressed out? Are you feeling unhappy? Are you feeling jittery? Are you feeling anxious? Give a name to what you're feeling. Yeah, this is emotional intelligence. Yeah, one of the topics that I cover as well. If you can identify and label your emotions, that already is one step in managing or controlling your emotions. Being emotionally intelligent, one of the things is being able to identify and label your emotions. Okay, so Zarif, once you've identified how you are feeling, exactly how you're feeling, step 2 is tell yourself it's okay to feel that way. So if you're feeling irritated or if you're feeling obnoxious or nauseated by these pushy clients, tell yourself it's okay. It's okay for you to feel that way. Yeah. So when it comes to emotion, it's not that we need to feel happy all the time. Sometimes we feel sad. Sometimes we feel angry. Yeah. It's okay. So give yourself permission to feel that way. Yeah. And then next is, what can you do about it now? Yeah. What can you do about it now? Do you want to do a bit of stretching? Do you want to do a bit of breathing? Or do you want to speak to other people, talk about it? For your information, Zarif, breathing is powerful. So, for example, if I push clients here, before I respond to the client, I take a deep breath first. Yeah, I take a deep breath, 1 or 2 deep breaths, and then I ask a few questions very quickly in my head, and then I try to address the person again. Yeah. So, pushy clients, please, Zarif, I would like to know in detail what you mean by pushy clients. Then I can help you out. What are some of the words that you can use to put hey, stop, you're coming into my zone, my territory. How do you create boundaries between yourself and your customers and your clients? That is a very good question. Oh, I would like to have you in my program, Zarif, Sophia, if possible. So, right. Do you have any other questions? Oh, that's a long one. Sneaken Nedumaran. Oh, wonderful. Your name is so unique. Some people are under different kinds of medication to control the emotions, yeah. For those who are under medication, what advice would you give them for them to get control of the emotions and prevent any sort of breakdowns or meltdown to happen? when handling difficult customers. So if you're on medication, for some psychological issues, some psychiatric issues, mental health issues, then, oh, wow. All right, great, wonderful. You're on medication, would be harder for them to get breakdowns or meltdowns. So you want to prevent breakdowns or meltdowns when handling difficult customers. Okay, so these customers that you are handling, is it face to face? Is it over the phone or is it email? Right? Okay. Next is Snegan. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Snegan. Snegan. Has there been times when you have experienced breakdown or meltdown, you yourself or perhaps your colleagues, and you know that hey, this needs to be avoided, okay, I cannot have another breakdown, meltdown, okay, and then study it, analyze it. How did it happen? What was the trigger? And what was the consequences? So if you are in my program, I will take you through a therapy session, a short therapy session. I use a bit of NLP and a bit of hypnotherapy, whereby I will try to rewrite the script that causes the breakdown and meltdown. Yeah. So in a nutshell, for those who are under medication, or how to get control of the emotions is a bit of therapy work. Seek a counselor or therapist or a psychologist and go through the thought process of what could trigger that breakdown meltdown. Yeah, so it's about preparing for it to happen again and what can be done to minimize it or to avoid it altogether. Right? Oh, that's a wonderful question, Snegan. So if you want, you can get my contact details and maybe I can help you out on how is it that you can get a bit of mental clarity to arm you with preventive steps to avoid a meltdown or breakdown. Yeah, wonderful. That's a wonderful question. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Some more questions from Amir Jamil. Prospects. I believe now I'll tie it up with what are the calls and yeah, correct. Sounded like yes. Oh, wonderful. Yes. Right. Wonderful. That's a good question. Amir, customer and clients are sick and tired of salespeople pushing their products. Yeah, they're sick and tired. It's just too much overload now with technology. There's just an overload bombardment of advertisements and promotions. So instead of saying sounding like a salesperson, you can sound like a educator. You want to educate people about certain things, about land, about property, about insurance, about unit trust. You want to educate them. You want to teach them something. You want to give them tips and pointers. Not that you want to sell them insurance policies or you want to sell them a property. No, you want to educate them about their rights, about what to do, what not to do. So sound more like an educator instead of like a salesperson. Or you might want to sound like an advocate. You want to advocate for, depending what you're selling. You want to, let's say you sell water purifying systems. You want to advocate for good health. Yeah, you advocate for good health. And then find out what are the problems that your prospects have and give them the solutions. Give them a few solutions for free first, Amir. Yeah, saying that, okay, these are my prospects. These are their common problems or issues that they have. These are my solutions for you for free. All right. So in that way, Amir, you won't sound like a salesperson. Like, hey, buy this, buy that. We have special offer. Buy this, buy that. We are good. We are number one. Nah. People are being bombarded by it and they're tired of it. Yeah, wonderful. That's a wonderful question, Amir. I just read an article about this one. It's not something like a salesperson. Jenny, how to set the best KPI for face-to-face customer service staff? Oh, now you're talking about KPI. Great. Okay, so I did a program recently for PVZ Mawib. They provide the service of collecting zakat. Yeah. So when they have a face-to-face interaction, the KPI set by the company is whether you're able to get the person to pay zakat or to fill up the document saying that the person will pay the zakat. So that is the indicator of, yep, your presentation, your interaction with the customer, the client was good. So how to set the best KPI? It depends, Magat. I want to know what is your industry. How is it that your staff interact with customers, face to face? What kind of situation? What is the scenario? And what is it that you're selling? What is it that you provide, your product or service? Then we can decide what is the best KPI. No, I wouldn't want to give you what is the best KPI because it is not specific. It's not tailored to your particular industry. So let me know, Magat, Jenny, what is it that you provide? Yeah, what products or what service you provide, and we can find out what is the best KPI for your customer service staff, whether it's over the over the counter, or whether it's your salespeople going out to get clients. Thank you very much, Magat. I love your question. Nancy, okay. Nancy 𝗙𝗥𝗘𝗓𝗓. How to deal with customers who are problematic? Okay, I don't know what problematic means, Nancy. Do you mean problematic? So I need to get clear on what that word means. Problematic. I'm sorry, but I can get back to you on this. I need to find out what problematic is. Yeah. Or perhaps it's problematic. Okay. So Nancy, I can't respond to your question immediately. If you want, we can still keep in touch. Then I will respond to your question. Yeah. You can keep in touch with my staff. With the staff from Excel Academy. What I mean by pushy is someone who will raise. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Zarif. Someone who raises his or her voice and requesting for quick answers, despite we have given a brief explanation. Whew. Wow, thank you very much. The customers raising their voice. You wouldn't want to match the person's voice. So if the customer raises his voice, you wouldn't want to raise your voice. Instead, Sarith, you can lower your voice. You can purposefully lower your voice and speak slower. And another thing is, yes, you need to sound like a broken record. That means you ulang, you repeat again and again and again. Sorry, sir, the policy clearly states that. No, you must. I'm sorry, sir, but the policy really states that. Mana boleh? I'm sorry, sir, the policy states that. Yes, you can sound like a broken record. That is one of the techniques that you can use. Yeah, you repeat and you repeat and you repeat. Okay, if that doesn't work, then you can ask the question, sir, may I know what really is your concern? Sir, may I know what is really your concern? Yeah, so that I can satisfy, or I can meet, or I can answer your concern, or get to the root of your dissatisfaction. Now, don't say no, Zari. When a customer is angry, don't say, "Sir, I understand why you're angry." Don't say, "Sir, yes, you're feeling angry, you're feeling upset." No, don't say that. Yeah, you know that person is angry or the person is raising a voice. So be professional. Don't terikut-ikut. Don't follow that person's rhythm, that person's tempo. So what you can do for yourself, Zarif, breathing. Your breathing, may influence the other person subconsciously. Your breathing. Slow down your breathing, make it deeper and longer. Lower down your voice and speak slower. Now, there's a reason why the person raises his or her voice is because the person is angry. Why are people angry? Because people are frustrated. Why people are frustrated? Because they don't get what they want. They don't get what they want. That's why people are frustrated, and then that frustration makes them angry. And when they're angry, they raise their voice. Okay, so what is it that they didn't get? And please explain to them why it's taking that long. I want it now. I told you earlier, I want it now. Explain to them, sir, this will take about 1 hour. So let's say if it takes 45 minutes, tell them it takes them 1 hour. And then, or worst case scenario, if you cannot handle it, like what Ame is it, or someone asked, you can pass the customer client to someone else. Get someone to help you out. All right. I don't know whether you're running a one-man business, one-man show, but if you have colleagues, if you have business partners, get them to help you out. Get them to help you out. Oh, wow. Zarif, if you're in my program, then we can do a bit of role playing. We can act out the scene and we can practice and practice and practice. All right? Raising his or her voice. Something like a diva. All right. Oh, wonderful. It's already 5:10. Haziq, back to you, perhaps.
All right. Thank you so much for such an insightful presentation on our topic here today, Mr. Surain. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining our live session here today. But it is not the end. Mr. Surain will be having his public training on communication and customer service skills coming 20 and 21 of April. If you are interested, you may reach out to us via the email and contact number provided down below in the ticker. Also, please like our Facebook page if you enjoyed today's session and follow us for the future live sessions. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We hope to see you soon. Till then, take care and bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Haziq.